Hey, what's up guys? Today I'm here at Coach Gonzalez's boxing gym here in Tempe, Arizona, and we're going to be doing a review of this Title wall-mounted Menace punching bag. Let's check it out. All right guys, so today I'm here at Coach Gonzalez's gym. Gonna do a review, but first a close-up on this Title wall-mounted Menace bag. I know if you guys have been asking for this, and this bag retails for $149 through Title Boxing. One thing I want to mention is that he's had this bag for a while now, and this is a genuine leather version. I think the newer versions that they make are made of synthetic, so I think they changed it up a little bit. Again, full leather construction. It uses multi-layer foam that has a good firm density to it. You also have these Title circle wall targets that are stitched on to the bag itself. That is raised up, I'd say maybe 1/4 of an inch. You have one on the right side. You also have the genuine leather, the plastic Title patch down below, and then you have the angled section right here. That's kind of like at a 45-degree angle. That's obviously good for uppercuts. The lower portion, you can work body. This is for the head. You can work your hooks. But regardless if you're standing in front of it or you can pivot to the side, you can work angles, which is really nice. A target on this side and just the standard warning. It does come with the bracket housing that you can use to mount to whatever surface it is. So if it's drywall, concrete, masonry, whatever it may be, you can mount it to that. This is great for those of you that want to save space. You don't have room for a heavy bag, don't want to use a standing heavy bag and still get a good workout in. I think this thing works really awesome. I've used it several times, and I know that Coach Gonzalez uses it for his clients as well. So we'll go ahead and do the review of this. Hey, what's up guys? Carlo here, and today I am here at Coach Gonzalez's boxing gym in Tempe, Arizona. I know you guys have seen a lot of my videos where I'm doing mitt work, sparring, all kinds of different boxing training, and I'm doing it with this man, Coach Gonzalez. And I know a lot of you guys have asked about certain equipment that he has here at his gym. In particular is going to be this Title Boxing, a wall-mounted Menace punching bag. And about how long have you had this bag for now, that you would say?
Probably had this bag for about 10 years.
So he's had this bag for about 10 years now. This is the genuine leather model. I think over the years, Title Boxing has kind of modified it. So if you guys go to their website, it does cost $149 for this particular model. It looks identical, but I believe that the newer versions now are a synthetic leather. So this one is genuine leather, and he's had it for about 10 years now. For a bag to be 10 years and he has outdoors is pretty remarkable, considering the shape that it's in. You know, you don't see any kind of tears. Nothing's beat up. I mean, you can tell where it's been punched. It does have some wear on the front, which is expected, but really no issues. Have you had any issues with this bag as far as like durability goes?
In regards to durability, the bag has been top notch. So no issues.
Yeah. And I mean, I punched it myself. I've done some work on this, and the foam on the front, you can see it's really dense, even on the side. You know, you can hit it barehanded. I recommend personally to use gloves. That way you can reduce the impact, especially on your hands and your joints. But it does have a nice firm feel to it, regardless of where you hit it. The great thing about this compared to like a filled heavy bag is that you don't really have any kind of like soft or hard spots. So regardless if you hit it down here, at the angle for the uppercuts, on top or on the side, you get kind of the same consistent feel with this bag. And how many times a day do you think your clients are typically using this, or even the amateur boxers you train use this bag for?
Yeah, I'd say typically about 3 times a day.
About 3 times a day. So you figure Coach Gonzalez is doing like 3 times a day. He has many clients, and a lot of his amateur boxers use his bag, and he's training people every day during the week. So, you know, this thing is getting consistent use. Obviously, just depending on how you mount it, I think is the most important thing is to reduce the vibration. So like he did here, He used a couple of 2x4 wood. You can get this from any hardware store, Home Depot, and whatnot. Just whatever is going to fit your particular situation, and mount it. And it should last you a really long time. And again, he's had this for 10 years and hasn't had any issues with it. I think it's beneficial in the fact that if you have a garage, or even if you live in an apartment, it's relatively quiet. I mean, obviously that's going to be relative to how hard you punch it, but it's not like a bag where you get a lot of swinging. If you have it attached to like a trellis in your house, you're going to get a lot of that creaking from the swinging if your heavy bag is 100 to 150 pounds. So you definitely get a little bit more of a quieter workout. I'd say the only drawback with this is obviously, unlike a traditional heavy bag, you can't really work around it like you would with a heavy bag, and you don't get that swinging motion. So kind of timing it as it comes in towards you like a heavy bag, you're kind of missing out in that respect. But the great thing is with this is I do love the uppercut portion. So unlike a traditional heavy bag, I think one big thing that myself and even some of the boxers that he trains loves is the fact that you can really work your uppercuts, do your hooks, go to the body, go to the head, and you can shift around, you can move, you can pivot out, you can work on head movement. You can essentially even get like a foam pull noodle. I've seen people do that where they'll attach it, stick it out here, and if you want to work on slipping and throwing a shot and going to the body, you can do so. So I think, in my opinion, I mean, this is probably one of the more underrated bags you can get, and you don't really typically see too many people invest in these. They usually go with a heavy bag, a freestanding heavy bag, a Cobra bag. Obviously those have been really big lately. But I think this is one of the most underrated bags, especially for as long as Coach Gonzalez has had his, and I know he's had a lot of successful boxers that he's trained that use this piece of equipment. So definitely for $149, well recommended. I think there's some other brands that may make a version of this, but I definitely like this title boxing version. And I think for somebody that is looking to maybe even start off in boxing, you're new to the sport and you're not completely sure if you really want to get into it fully yet, and you're looking for something to use at home, I think this is a good starter equipment rather than getting yourself a full-blown heavy bag. You can essentially do the same thing with this, but you're saving money and you're saving space as well. So if you guys have any questions or comments, make sure you guys leave them down below in the comments box. And I appreciate Coach Gonzalez for having me here to do this review. And if you guys have any questions or comments, put them down below, and we'll see you guys next time. See you later.